in your opinion, what's the craziest thing that you've ever done that maybe people don't know about? Or like for you personally was like, this was just maybe like you were so close to that line where you're like, I shouldn't have done this. Not necessarily these ones that are
Yeah.
just,
I mean, these ones I clearly shouldn't have. Oh, I mean, I don't know. The golden shower prank's not too bad. It's not too bad.
you're gonna get a bunch of kids on TikTok gonna go find that and go piss on people. Cause you know, a lot of stuff, it's interesting, man. Like there's a lot of people will like watch old stuff and like do it now.
Right.
You know, because it's not done now, but it was done then.
The golden shower prank is right on the line. I'm not bummed on that because I mean I'm not like really too bummed on that. It's because it didn't waste the time of emergency responders.
Yeah, yeah.
I shouldn't have done things that wasted the time of emergency responders. But to answer your question, like the crazy stuff is what I just put out, dude. That thing I showed you.
Yeah.
And if you watch the first 7 minutes, like it starts out like kind of tame, you know, like it.
I got up to the on the fan.
Yeah.
Just fucking, just completely ridiculous. Like there's one angle that I almost threw up. Like it's the down, it's the up angle. I was like, this is disgusting. You don't care about showing your at all. You give zero fucks.
Yeah, I'm pretty mellow about it.
Yeah.
And the thing, it was a tough call to put that the hits the fan like so close to the front because it's like it's aggressive.
Yeah.
But the reason why I had to is because the bucket list items go in descending order of my fiance's approval and support. So like in the beginning, she's like front and center. She's like fully down. Like she's like, you know, she's like, yo, get the shot. My buddies are running for their lives and she's moving in for a better shot.
Yeah, this is the poo in the fan. Do you remember when me and Steve came over to your house?
Poo cannon,
Was it your
It was my dog Wendy's.
And you shot it like a potato cannon, like
not a potato cannon, a t-shirt cannon.
A t-shirt cannon.
Yeah.
That was, and Jacob was filming, the guy who's back here.
Yeah.
That was like, I got shit on me.
The fact of me not having an earplug in my ear when I did that was like completely ridiculous. Because
you really, like,
I blew a hole in my eardrum. I literally blew a hole in my eardrum, dude. Like, I was not okay.
I just remember we were in your front yard and you had like, didn't you also have like gallons of piss stored?
Yeah, that was for the bucket list, dude. I was saving up for a world record and it's in the bucket list.
So I love this. I'm going to watch the rest of this when this is done. But like, were these all things that you couldn't put in any jackasses? Like, how did this work?
For the most part. Yeah. You saw in the beginning, I talked about like, you know, as an example of my bucket list, like skydiving.
The guy in your back, yeah.
Yeah, like you can't blow on camera in Jackass. So that one, like when, you also, like for Jackass, we can't like just blatantly break the law. And like there's a couple of things in the bucket list where medical professionals stole from the hospital. Like one, I had general anesthesia pumped into an IV in my arm while I'm riding a bicycle through a field, which is like,
to see how long you could ride it.
Yeah, just to be like, let's knock me out while I'm hauling out a bicycle. You know, like
that's in the video you sent me? I have to watch this.
And then there's another one. You know what an epidural is?
Yeah.
They stick a 4-inch needle in your spinal cavity and inject it, which paralyzes you. So they pull out the 4-inch needle out of my spine and I take off running to see how far I can go.
But you're not worried these things are gonna like you up ever?
Those were both like legitimately life-threatening stunts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. I mean, I had medical professionals in disguise, which helped. You know, for the general anesthesia one, we actually hired a private ambulance. So we had like an ambulance there, and the ambulance people had no idea what was even happening. They didn't even know why they were there. We're like, look, we're not going to tell you what's happening. We're just going to call you if we need.
Because that one's like directly, like you're breaking all kinds of shit.
Oh, everybody's lost their careers and going to jail. And like, I could absolutely have died because general anesthesia drugs make you stop breathing.
Yeah.
You go in surgery, they jam a tube down your throat because your respiratory system shuts down.
Yeah. So you just like, you just have no, like you literally don't fear. You're just like, fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, I was on a mission to raise the bar.
Yeah.
And so I filmed all of these different things. And after I filmed each thing, I'd go to the local comedy club and like tell the story of the bit, like, you know, like how it came about. You know, I would work out the material.
Yeah.
And then ultimately I put them all together into one show. And it's the bucket list. And after each bit, I show the video of the thing.
Yeah. I literally watched, I think, about 7 minutes of it. I loved it.
Yeah,
So my
thanks,
question to you,
man.
my question to you about it, just that those concepts and just all your concepts or like ideas or pranks in general, is it always of your own like creation, or did you have a
the most
team,
part.
or like when you did a lot of the stuff in Jackass, was it like you being like the things that you did, were they like your ideas?
What you can be sure of for the most part, there's only one exception to this that I can even think of. If you see somebody doing something on Jackass, you know either they came up with the idea or they were given permission to do it by the person who did come up with the idea.
Okay.
Like intellectual property is something that's gotten like true respect. It's like the only thing that got respect, you know, like,
Yeah.
and a lot of the times, like people write ideas for, oh, I got one for you, you know, I got one for you, like, so if anything I did on camera, either I came up with the idea or I was given permission to do it by the person who did come up with the idea. And in a lot of cases, the idea they specifically came up with for me. So, you know.
Yeah, I see.
But yeah, if you give like the goldfish was like the first thing that was like, and I had been sitting on that idea for like over a year. I thought that swallowing a goldfish and barfing it up into a fishbowl was just going to be a banger, and I was saving it for the right project, like the right big skateboard video or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saved it for what became Jackass, and it was fucking.
Was that
rad.
what was one of the most viral bits you've done for Jackass specifically?
For Jackass, the goldfish was the first one that was a big deal. Body waxing, like where I got my eyebrows waxed off, was a big deal. And then in the first movie, the alligator tightrope was a big one. The wasabi snooters was a big one. The second movie, I had the fish hook where they cast me out with the sharks.
Yeah. Well, didn't someone
We put a fish hook through my face, and I was on a fishing line, and I jump in the water, and like they're like fishing for sharks with me. And that one was not my idea. Actually, you know what? Of those ones I just mentioned, the goldfish was my idea. I was put up to well, you know what? I did come up with the waxing, but I said, let me get my armpits waxed, and they got me and did the fucking do the whole thing. So yeah, I came up with that one too. Alligator tightrope was never my idea. They just knew that there was an alligator pit in the Everglades. The wasabi snooters, I can't remember. Snooters was like my term for snorting. Like, let me get a snooter, you know, like give me a line of.
Yeah.
Can't remember if I came up with that or not. The fish hook was not. Yeah.
Yeah. Who got most hurt? Like, who's got the most hurt on one of these? Wasn't there like some shark thing where someone got bit?
Yeah, poopies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely the worst. And I wasn't about to come up with that one either. Like, that's definitely the worst. His hand is fucked for life.
Yeah.
Like he can like I forget what his limitations are, but like yeah, his hand's never gonna be the same.